What you gonna do for me?
Oh my God!
Howdy, howdy. How's everybody doing today?
Hey,
Great,
how you
great,
doing?
great.
Great over
here.
here.
Doing well. We want to welcome everybody to episode 19 of That's My Story. We have a very special guest for you guys tonight. We'll give you a few minutes to, as usual, to come in and get yourselves situated. Feel free to text a friend, send a group chat, share this video. Thank you for those that are tuning in on Facebook as well as YouTube. Drop the hearts, drop the likes. Let us know where you're logging in from, and we're so glad to have you. As usual, I go by the name of Jerry Midas Hardison. Joining me as they always do every week, from notoriety with the Ikettes and with the Honeycomb. Also, the lovely wife of Earth, Wind, and Fire bassist Verdine White. We have Miss Shelly Clark White.
Oh, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, and at the bottom of the screen, we have the legendary musician, producer, arranger, saxophonist, of the Chairmen of the Board, Mr. Ken Knox.
Right. Hey, Shelby. Hey, Michael.
Hey, you guys been having a good week so far this week?
Been a great week.
Yeah, I've been a little busy. Isaiah and I getting in the groove with homeschooling.
Okay,
so kept me very busy, but we're finding our groove, and we're doing well so far. So I can't complain.
I'm gonna have to come join y'all.
So I
can relearn the stuff.
Right.
Hey, our doors swing on welcome hinges. You know,
subtraction, addition.
Yes, and language arts and social studies and science and all that good stuff. You know. Also, we want to take a moment to shout out Miss Teresa Anderson for our lovely glasses, our lovely wine glasses.
Yeah.
And I know some of you have been asking. We're working on getting some of those where you guys can purchase them as merchandise. So we just ask that you be patient with us. We're working a few things out, and as we get updated information, we will be sure to pass along to you guys.
That's right.
All right, so I guess we'll just do a couple of shout outs and see who's on, and we're going to get right into it, folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Marty.
Yeah.
Greetings from how do you pronounce it? Northumberland. Is that Cumberland? Cumberland, UK. But hey, Marty, how you doing?
Yep.
Devrick Belg.
Yeah.
Joining us from Dallas. Yes. As my sister Faith. Hey, Miss Shelly, you look beautiful as all. Oh, wow, my sister is up there. Can we take a moment to just I just wanted to say my sister had us on, me and Ken and Shelly at Timrod Elementary School on this past Tuesday. She wanted to do something for the staff there. She's the curriculum technology coordinator there. And she wanted to do something for the staff there, and she invited us to come on and have a few words for the staff there at Timrod Elementary in Florence, South Carolina. We had a beautiful time.
It was great.
We had a beautiful time. So just wanted to acknowledge them, the lovely teachers and faculty out there. Miss Hattie Rogers,
Queen in the house.
The D Queen in the house. How you doing, Hattie? Miss Linda Lane. Hey, Mom. Hello, everyone. Mom, you like that intro?
There you go.
It is kind of nice. We got shout out to Tazz for putting that intro together. That's a brilliant intro. Brilliant. I love it. Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. All right. Yes, indeed. One of our faithful followers, Miss Linda Lane. Hey, y'all. And be sure, folks, to while we're just getting into the preliminary things, if you're on Facebook, make sure you have liked the Chairman of the Board page. Also, if you're over on YouTube, make sure you like the official Chairman of the Board page. And don't just follow, subscribe, so you know when we release new content, it comes directly to your phone, directly to your home page. All right?
All right.
We getting all set for this evening, guys?
All right.
We have a wonderful guest on tonight. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, our guest for tonight is a session and touring guitarist. And after doing further digging, I also noticed some of his credits included musical director, producer, engineer, composer, and keyboards. So I'm learning as we go. He played for a lot of your favorites. He worked with in the studio or on the stage with a lot of your favorites, including Chaka Kahn, Aaliyah, Peabody Bryson, even in the field of genre gospel music, John P. Key and Commission. He also was honored by President Obama and was the recipient of a Lifetime Achievement Award. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome and make some noise at home as we make some noise on the screen, the phenomenal, legendary guitarist, Mr. Eric Brice.
Ooh,
Hello. Yes. How are you?
all right.
Hello, Eric. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure and honor for you to join us and, to share your story with us. That's my story, but we're so excited to have you on, and I'm looking, seeing the comments are just going off here. So we're excited to have you here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Now we always like to ask our guests, being that we're all in the entertainment industry and we do music, and we're under this pandemic and we're not able to go out and perform and do the things that we are normally accustomed to doing. We like to ask our guests first off, how have you been spending your time during the pandemic?
Performing.
Performing?
Oh my God.
Please tell us the secret.
No,
Yeah.
actually, I've been still doing session work. Obviously, they send the tracks in, and I play it and send it back out. I've actually done that, and then I play at church on Sundays. And the way that works is we have an outside service where we're stationed behind the band is stationed behind the stage 6 feet apart, and the singers are 6 feet apart on the stage, and we hit it like that. It's piped in straight from the board into the cars. Sit in the cars, kind of like at a drive,
like a transmitter.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
And it's perfect, and they love it, and it's cool. Maybe about an hour or so, and then they feed the people in the community. Friendship Church. I'll just shout out to Bishop McCullough and Lady McCullough.
Nice.
Yeah, right. Not right
in Charlotte, right?
In Gastonia.
Oh, Gastonia. Okay.
Friendship Church in Gastonia, up on the hill there. So every morning, every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. That's what we're doing. And then I've been doing stuff at. We have a little venue called the Living Room. It was my wife's vision actually, but we doing stuff there. So we just practice social distancing.
Yeah, that's the main thing,
and it works.
Yeah. So that's great. You've been able to stay busy despite the circumstances.
Yeah. God's been faithful. He's been pretty good with that. That's where my sanity is in the music. Otherwise,
I feel
you get caught up in the drama.
Yes, indeed.
I can't do it. I can't afford it.
I understand. It's great,
Yes, sir.
So Eric,
we
always like to start the show at the very beginning. So I understand you were born in Charlotte.
I was born in Charlotte at a Good Samaritan hospital, which was actually there's a what you call it, the little sign, the historic monument sign. It's set actually where the Panther Stadium sits right now. So that was the famed Brooklyn area. That was the black neighborhood that was urban renewal got a hold to it, and that's what happened. But it was there. And we moved to Detroit in 65, 66, I believe. Oh yeah. It was popping.
How old were you when you moved to Detroit?
Oh, about 5, 6.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I started kindergarten in Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know the area. I know you know the area. McGraw and Grand River. I can look outside and see the Olympia Stadium right there.
Oh yeah, man, you was right there at the Olympia. I remember that so well.
Yeah,
I wasn't too far from you. But so when your family moved you to Detroit, what was that move about? You know, why?
My dad was it was all about my dad wanting something better for the family. He was an amazing guy. He did banking. He was a butcher. He was a printer, and he was, you know, his name was Edward Wendell Brice. I'm Erickson.
Okay.
You know, we got these, you know, we got these names.
Yeah.
So he would, you know, back in the day, he would call in and do interviews, and he'd all but have the job. But when this 6'4" black guy walked through the door, the job was, you know, always taken. And when he kind of figured it out, he's like, man, you know, him and two more brothers, actually, they hit it. They came to Detroit, and some of them got jobs at Ford. You know, Detroit was a place where a black man could go and fare well for themselves, and that's what he did. He went and he started working for the Free Press.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he worked for the Free Press, and then he moonlighted by being a butcher at A&P. Some of y'all might not remember A&P, but he he used to do that kind of stuff, and he came back and he got the rest of us, and it's history from there.
Awesome. So what school did you go to? No, wait a minute. You went to Mumford, didn't you?
I graduated from Mumford, but most of my years I grew up right by Northwestern High School.
Absolutely.
I graduated from Mumford, but let me tell you, the gangs hit real bad, and we can go ahead and date myself. It don't really matter. I'm kind of proud of it. The gangs got crazy about 75, 76, and I left, and I actually came back here. My father's from Charlotte. He's from Mount Holly, to be exact, and he brought us. I came back here to go to school. So I went to East Gaston High School here for a little while when I would have went to Northwestern, and then the last year I went back to Detroit and I finished at Mumford High. I sure did.
So, I remember Mumford. I used to go over there and watch a lot of talent shows. In fact, Mumford had a lot of talent there. A lot of famous people came out of there. Who were some of those people?
Man, let me tell you something. Let me give you the culture shock, Ken and Jerry. So I'm down here. I've been down here for 4 years, and it's maybe 80-20 black-white, you know, white-black or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Not a lot of black people. And I moved back home. All of a sudden, I'm dumped in 99.9% black. Scared me half to death. I'm scared of my own people. You know, it was time to go register. My dad said, "You going in and register?" I was like, "Yeah." I was just sitting there. He said, "You need me to walk with you?" Like a kindergartner.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we walk up to the school, but when I got there, my graduating class, Fred Hammond was in my graduating class.
Nice.
Daniel Winans was in my graduating class.
All right.
There was a crazy singer, this guy that I was thinking about, Derek Brinkley, you know, and 2 classes under us was BB and CC.
Wow.
Winans and Lisa Page Brooks. So it was a lot of talented, you know.
I'll tell you who else went there.
Who?
Earl.
Yeah, Earl was there. Earl and the Clarks, Twinkie,
and I think Allie Willis.
Yeah, Allie. Yeah. Ooh, there it is. Yes, she did. That was my conversation right there.
Yeah.
That was my conversation.
Man.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, Mustang, what's up, Mustang?" And we laughed about that a little bit. And
I tell you, that school produced a lot of talent. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I tell you.
Sure did.
Yeah.
It sure did. I was happy to be there for the time that I was there.
Well, Eric, I have an Allie Willis story.
I gotta hear it.
The late great Allie. I was dating Verdine in about 1978, and he said that he was the music supervisor on a brand new TV show called Hot City Disco, and they needed a girl to star in the show and open it. And you know, would I go down there and open the show? Audition rather. And he said, "I'm going to be writing all the music. I'm writing your theme song. And I have this brand new lyricist that no one's heard of, but I'm going to try her out. And her name is Allie Willis." So as it turned out, we knew Allie before anybody in
Septmeber.
the business, and she would always say that Verdine gave her biggest break because he introduced her to Maurice, and then of course she went on to write those great hits.
Wow. Nice.
With
nice.
Al McKay, you know, and some of those. So that's my Allie Willis story. She's amazing. But anyway, I told my story. Now you have to tell a story. We were in the virtual green room with you yesterday, and you told a story about auditioning for Earth, Wind, and Fire. And me, we want to hear that story again.
Yeah, that was a good story.
That would be my first professional and my last professional audition. Yeah, I auditioned for a talent show at Mumford, and that was real easy. Other than prior to that, I had never auditioned for. I never had to audition. It was kind of like a name recognition, or you knew somebody. But here we go. Benny Tigger, David Whitworth says, "Man, the fella's looking for a new guitar player. I want you to come out." And he made it sound so easy. I was like, "All right, for real." And you know, I was like, "Tigger, you know, I'm not."
Tig.
And so I flew out that morning. The night before, got some rest. It was Burbank, one of the rehearsal halls out there, man. And I get over there, and when I look at the line of guitar players, it's, you know, I was like, cab driver, hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah, R. Kelly's guitar player was there. What's the fella who actually got the I can't think of his name. Does he still have his dreads? I saw G-Mo, and it was so many like great guitar players there. I was like, oh, this is a wrap right here. So finally they called me in, and you know, I knew John Paris, Philip sitting there, and you know, Myron. I know Myron, and then there's your husband. There's your husband. And I had gotten close to Verdine before, you know, but Verdine, that's my man. That's just period. That's my man. When I was traveling with Stephanie Mills, we did a show when and Verdine was there, and I was like, okay, cool, I can handle this. I guess I didn't look like I was handling it too well. So he started talking to me. Verdine, all these people, Verdine's talking to me, trying to unnerve me about what we're getting ready to do here.
Oh man!
Wow. So we started playing Shining Star. Of course, that's a guitar intro,
right?
And I made sure I had that part nailed. I had it nailed. But as we're going there, the verse or whatever, as we're going through the verse, I hear this. Do that, and I'm looking, and he's talking, and I said, "Huh? What? What?" And I realized he's not talking to me. He just got his own thing going on. And I'm like, and John Paris said, man, just play. Don't pay attention to Verdine. Yeah. And when that song was over, I cried laughing.
Man, that's an awesome story.
He's on his own energy, right? He's on his own.
Yeah. But then when he did talk to me, and he talked about his wife. And she was starting a school or something. I remember that very well. And it was like, when I thought he would be talking about him, all he talked about was his wife. Aww. I was like, that is so awesome. I got it. Then when he said, you know her? She didn't. Yeah. And I said, yeah, of course I know the Honeycomb. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, that's my wife. I was like, cool, man. You know? Yeah. And I just thought that it was so great that he was so honorable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I met you.
I hear that a lot about him. I do.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the truth.
So tell us how you first got into music and the first band you were with.
Oh. Well, I've always liked guitars. I've loved guitars all along. And I mean, you know, my mom would buy the toy ones and I'd tear them up. She'd buy my cousins toy ones and I commandeer those and tear them up, you know. And meaning tearing them up was I would just tune the string so high. I tuned it so high that it'll pop and there's no more string. Where the cheap guitars, you know, they had their own proprietary string, so you couldn't replace the string. It's torn up. But there was I come from a little holiness church, and our holiness church, our main instrument was the guitar. Literally, it was a guitar, a bass drum, and tambourine, and the cymbals you play like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Oh man, it was funky. But there was a guy named James Hogan, Uncle Jim, I call him, and he was the guitar player, and that was my guy. That was my guy. He was bigger than me than Chuck Berry. And Chuck Berry's big to me. But that was my guy, and he, you know, later on, and he was actually a cousin. He was actually a cousin of mine, and he had a son, and his son's name was James Hogan, and it's James Tootie Hogan.
Yes, we know Tootie very well.
And by the time I moved back here to school, Tootie had left and gone on the road, and the circle gets smaller again. He was on the road with the chairman of the board. And I watched Tootie do it. I watched how he do. He come home in a Continental. He wears suits. He had on
he wear them suits and shoes.
His afro was big, you know. The shoes matched the suits. And I didn't figure out till later. Oh, probably chairman of the board uniforms. But you know, he come in, he have the pictures of all the pretty girls, and you know, he had hotel keys, and I was like, hey, you know, I got it right. And I kind of like that. So whenever he came home, I would run down to his place and sit with him a little bit, and then he left them guys, and I think he jumped on with Roberta Flack.
Okay.
And that's what let me know that it was possible. But I really still went into it like that. It was when I got to Detroit that it got real to me.
Nice.
But my first band was a little band around here. We was called the Cosmic Funk Band.
Okay.
Yeah, we was awful.
Yeah, I say you were awful.
Yeah, we was awful. You know, we all tune our guitars, whatever tune we wanted to tune them in. I might play Sweet Love in this key today. The next day it might be a key higher. You know, and we were just awful. Nobody knew nothing from nothing, but we were having fun.
That's good.
That's
good.
Everybody needs a beginning, so that was the beginning of
those were my guys.
Right.
End up being dear brothers throughout the years. I'll never forget it.
So
that was it. And I moved to Detroit, and it got real.
Okay.
Now I heard you mention earlier in the broadcast that you play at church on Sunday.
Every Sunday, I had the rule.
Yeah, and I identify with that because I'm in that same situation, and I also grew up. My dad is a preacher now, a bishop, and so I grew up, you know, playing music in church. Did you grew up playing music in church as well?
Absolutely, man. Listen, as a matter of fact, I'm from a little fire baptized holiness church.
Did they have the washboard too?
Huh?
You ever seen somebody play the washboard? I just thought about that when you talked about the cymbal. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, but you know the whole deal was you had to go to the altar every week. All the kids went to the altar every week. That was the most terrifying thing ever in the world. You know, it was so uncool after being in Detroit all them years. See, my parents, we was on Al Green. Church for us was my mama cooking on Sunday morning, listening to Aretha Franklin's Amazing Grace. It was, we went to church on Easter. That was us.
Yeah.
When I came down here, I came here and I lived with my grandmother, which was my great aunt, but my grandmother's sister. And she said, well, yeah, the boy can come, but he gonna have to go to church.
Absolutely.
And this entailed that horrible thing of going to the altar and people screaming in your ear saying, tell the Lord to save you. And I'm like, logically, I just told him. I just told him. So I figured out how to get out of it.
How's that?
If you were playing music, you didn't have to go to the altar.
Oh, okay.
So I started on drums.
Yeah.
That's where I started too.
Okay.
Wow. I never thought about it like,
Huh?
That's all of us.
you start out on the drums.
Drums get to you in church.
Yeah. But the preacher's son was the drummer. So he figured out, out of all them years, he never figured out, dude, if you stay on the drums, you'll be good. So he got jealous. He took his sticks back and he found out that he didn't have to go. Then I moved the bass.
Okay.
And then the deacon caught on, it was his bass. He caught on that I was just doing it not to go to the altar.
Mm.
And I saw him coming. My pastor played guitar.
Oh.
Yeah.
My pastor played guitar. He had an extra guitar, man. I knew 2 chords.
Nice.
I didn't care whatever song you sung, you was gonna get the 1,
2 chords.
and the 2.
Yeah. Now, would you say that like your upbringing in church attributed to you being involved with the gospel recording artists as well as the R&B artists?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When I got to Detroit, I heard gospel music different.
Okay.
Detroit had a whole different thing going. You know, the whinings were coming. Twinkie Clark, when I heard Twinkie Clark, my head just went to spinning. Thomas Whitfield, and it made sense with what I was learning, what I was actually really learning in jazz band, this and that and the other. And I actually started seeking it out. A friend of mine, Kern Brantley, we were in a band together called The Eyes of Time.
Okay.
That was a funky band, boy. We had 2 drummers, a horn section, and percussion, and 2 guitars. But that was
You said you had Kern was
Kern Brantley.
Yeah, Kern Brantley, who's amazing.
Well, hold on just a moment. I think we got something.
Oh, don't do it. Don't. King!
Kern Brantley.
King!
What up, though?
That's the guy.
Hello.
That's my brother. Oh,
man.
You got
What's up,
me.
Eric?
Yeah.
Bryce.
What's up, man? What's up?
Nice.
Oh, I lost you. Hold up.
Can you hear us?
Y'all trying to prank me? I'll be crying like a punk
Yeah,
on
we
here.
trying to surprise you.
You did.
Yeah, we see if we get it
I
situated.
somehow
Can
lost
you hear
audio.
You
Can you hear us?
Well, we can see you.
Go ahead.
And we can hear you.
Yeah, right.
We can hear you.
Uh-oh.
Let me see. We might log him out and bring him back in.
You got hurt. Oh Lord.
Well, tell while we get that situated. Tell us a little bit about your stage plays you had a pleasure to do, Eric. Some of your gospel stage plays.
Well, the one stage play that I did that kind of lit me up pretty good. I started working under I did a Detroit production of The Wiz.
Okay.
And that was like in this amazing production with all these amazing players, and I was like, I could dig this. I kind of really like this part of the game.
Yeah.
And it started with a conductor and 2 guitars. We had strings, horns, the whole 9, and the budget started getting funny. So I can't remember if the horns were the first to go or the strings were the first to go.
Yeah.
And
Look at that.
being the music director. Hey, Kern, you back?
Yeah, I'm back, man.
How you doing?
Oh, man. Hey. Technology. What's up, brother Eric?
You tricked me, buddy.
Hey, man.
That's
You better
Ken.
blame me. You gotta blame me for that.
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah.
That's
You
Ken,
did that,
boy.
Ken.
Yeah, I did that. I had to do it, man. You know.
Okay.
You got Detroit's in the house. Detroit's in the house.
Detroit's in the house.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a celebration, Eric. You know, we
Yes, sir.
not only just want to interview, but we like to celebrate, our guests as well.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. That's great.
Can
I
I
did
ask-
and It's Hard to Find. That was the play that I was the music director for. I did it, and I did it until actually I did it on bass. I played it on
really?
bass.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and the trip was Tootie was on guitar, so you do understand, right? Tootie was on guitar, so
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll play bass.
Yes.
Play bass.
Right.
And that's how that went. And then Tootie quit. He quit, and I was gonna slide over to guitar and call Kern. And one week they slid another guitar player in, and it just got on my nerves so bad. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something else.
Yeah.
So I did leave, and then actually Kern became the bassist for that play.
Oh,
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah. But what I was doing, Jerry, was on the show pretending that I was him.
Oh, okay.
Everything that I would do, I was doing it like, how would Kern do this?
Yeah, that's
Kern
awesome.
do this? How would he deal with this? Kern is an amazing, let me talk about this. My story. I could talk about
do that.
Amazing. First of all, he's a great friend and a brother, but he's an amazing music director. He knows how to get the best out of people, and he knows how to keep a situation calm, if you will.
Calm
in the middle of a ton of chaos, Kern can find a way to make it all level. So I spent 7 months with a bunch of crazies because it's a black play. Everybody on there is Angela Bassett or Denzel Washington in their mind.
In their mind.
Yeah.
In their mind. So you have to juggle these personalities, and I juggled as long as I could. And
no, it's great.
yeah, but that's my guy right there. He was actually the guy who turned me on to Thomas Whitfield, to the gospel music industry. Kern was he was a staple at that point. Thomas Whitfield, if you know anything about him, he's like, there's a sound. It's called the Thomas Whitfield sound, but he's responsible for probably turning contemporary with Andre Crouch and the Hawkins. He turned it around.
Okay.
And, Kern was his bassist, and the story is, I don't know if you remember, Kern, you said, man, I'm getting ready to go to this rehearsal with Tommy. And I said, man, can I go? And another buddy of ours, Jeffrey Stanton was the guitarist. Shelly, you're going to like this hustle right here. You're going to love this hustle. So he was the guitarist, and that was our friend as well. We were actually, we had a little band together. And so I went, and here's the great Thomas Whitfield, and he's playing. And they're going through the rehearsal, and I'm sitting there just watching it. And then Jeff decides he's got to go to the bathroom. Jerry, he laid his guitar down.
Yeah.
He went to the restroom. So I picked it up and I finished the song.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
And Thomas was like, what's your name again?
Nice, man.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
Jeff was in Berkeley, so he was leaving anyway.
Okay.
Go to Boston.
So Kern, let me ask you a question. Kern, what was your take on our friend here, Eric, when you first
man. Well, when I first heard Eric, we was playing R&B, and he was so funky, but I couldn't understand how he was playing upside down.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
He's playing all these chords, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's playing the chords backwards, but he's killing it.
Was it a right-handed guitar?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, but you were playing it left-handed, right? Okay, gotcha.
And
Okay.
I was just so amazed that he could play like that backwards and upside down. I said, this guy's either crazy or a genius. So I think
That's amazing.
No, he was an amazing player. And his whole family was cool too. His mom, his dad, his sisters. So I was friends with his whole family. So we grew up together. He knows my mom and Valdez. And so it's that kind of thing in Detroit. Everybody knows everybody.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, awesome. It's a band on every street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. So go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, Mr. Kern.
Oh no, I'm just saying all the churches. In Detroit, we have a lot of churches, a lot of black churches. So you go we would go church hopping. We would go see the Clark sisters at one church, then go see Commission at another church, then go see the Winans at another church, then go see J. Moss at another church.
Okay.
Then Thomas Whitfield and his choir, and then you had the Craig brothers. So it was just a big community full of talented people. And you know, and then me and Eric would even go hang out at Motown a little bit until we finally wind up getting up in the building doing something.
Yeah, yeah, awesome.
Yeah, that was everybody's dream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we in there. We finally, it took us 60 years, but we got in there.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, we got there.
I heard you mention commission just now.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually have a video that we want to play with commission and Eric.
Oh yeah.
Is that all right?
All right.
Nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. That's
You guys just did the reunion last year. Was it last year?
Yeah, that was the reunion last year.
Awesome.
Yeah. Did a lot of stuff last year.
Oh yeah, I know it. I know it.
Yeah, those are my brothers, man. We started out there young, and we didn't know what we was doing. We was just doing the work. You know, we was doing the work, and I guess everybody else kind of dug it.
Yes. Well,
so.
Go ahead, kid.
So from there, from Kern, or maybe before Kern, you had a musical relationship with Donald Lawrence, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. So let's talk about that. Well, I'm gonna go back to Kern for a minute because I'm gonna have to shout out Miss Kim Weston. Are you familiar with Kim Weston? It Takes Two.
Let me just tell you something about that. Kim Weston. Kim Weston and my sister were in the first gospel group at Motown.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were called the Right Specials. And Kim and my sister are best friends.
Oh wow.
Are you serious? Well,
yeah,
that was our mentor, Kim. They actually paid. And then when I finally really met Kern it was called the Festival of Performing Arts, and it was really a summer job where they actually taught us the business of what we're doing, and evidently they did it right. But Kim's like a mom to us. We love her, that's where I met that cat right there, and we got funky. Now I'm ready now.
You talk about Donald Lawrence, the relationship with Donald.
So I met Donald at one of them little churches. We were from the same church here in Charlotte.
Okay.
And we played at little church services. Our little churches would congregate and meet, and we played at church services. And so Donald, I moved on to back home to Detroit. Donald went to school, University of Cincinnati, to study theater and music. Donald's pretty cool guy. But I started traveling. Me and Kern started traveling with the Clark sisters, and when Donald found that out, he hit me up. He said, "Man, y'all coming to town, and I want to meet the Clarks," and that's what it was. So we met the Clarks when we went to Chicago. He said, "And I want to meet Thomas Whitfield." Well, that's what happened. I turned them over to both of them, and later on, Donald said, "Man, I know you serious about that gospel thing. I know, we all are." He said, "But I may have an R&B gig. Are you willing to do it?" Man, I was so broke. I was like, "Of course, yeah, I'm willing to do it." And the gig was Stephanie Mills.
Okay.
Stephanie had just had a big hit with "I Feel Good All Over," and I said, "Well, just let me know." He's like, "I'm the music director, but I don't know anything about a band, so I'm getting all the guys that I know to know about band, and y'all can help me do this." And we did that for about 10 years.
Well, you know what? we got a clip of you guys on the Arsenio Hall show.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
All right.
Don't you think it's awfully sad? How empty life can be. I give my soul to someone who needs me, just me, for me. So afraid to reach out. So used to being without anything
Yeah.
Nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
Check it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Intense. Huh?
Before we move on, we want to thank Mr. Kern Brantley for joining us on a segment of the show today. Kern, is there any last words you want to say, or to Eric, or Eric, any last words you want to say to Mr. Brantley before we proceed?
I just want to say, Eric, I'm really super proud of you, man. Especially what you did when you came up here and played for the Motown 60-year anniversary. And they're still talking about that. You know, Berry Gordy said that the complete show was brilliant. And for him to say that, it really meant a lot to me as music director for Motown 60. And just thank you, Eric, so much. Love you, man, like a brother. And just keep up the good work, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Kern. Love you too,
Hey,
man.
but wait a minute, before Kern goes, hey, you got to tell him a little bit about his history.
What you mean?
Were you musical director for Lady Gaga?
I was musical director for Beyonce, Destiny Child, Puff Daddy, Mary J. Blige. With Gaga, I was the band leader. They wanted to call it a band leader. They didn't call
Okay,
me.
gotcha.
I was the leader.
Yeah.
The leader.
Yeah.
But and most recently, I've been working in China with J.J. Lin, playing bass with him, and David Foster. So that was a blessing.
Nice.
To work with David.
Yeah. Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ken, for inviting
Pleasure
me.
to meet you.
Love you, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. God bless.
All right.
Oh, you got me.
We got you.
No,
Good.
Yeah.
Somebody give him some Kleenex.
Emotional a little bit. It's all
Well,
good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We want to talk to you about another super talented lady that you've worked with quite a bit. And my story about that is sometimes through life, I get confused by being other people. People think that I'm someone else. One was Shakira.
That's a good one.
The other was a woman that you worked with, super talented. I had dark hair at the time, Chaka Kahn.
Whoa.
They thought that I was her.
Yeah.
We wanted to hear about you working with her. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. That came about 3 months after that infamous audition.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. Thank God.
I was traveling with a gospel group, Israel and New Breed, and that was kind of was running its course. We knew that, and So I went and auditioned. I did that audition. I come back with my guitar just like dragging on the ground. I was like, what in the world am I? Maybe I should go into law. I don't know. Yeah. So a good friend of mine, Andrew Goucher, called me up. He called me from London, and he was like, man, what you doing? I said, you know what I've been doing? I've been running around with Israel, but we've talked about it, and it's cool, but yeah. He said, man, you want to come out here with Chaka? Man, I could use you right now. And I was like, for real? He said, yeah, I'm in London. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you're not going to have any rehearsals here. I'm getting ready to send you the tapes. I'm sending you the stuff. I'm sending you the links to the music, learn the show, and that's it. I'll see you in 3 weeks.
Whoa.
So I sat there and I listened to the show and I learned the show. Mind you, it had if you know anything about he's one of my favorite guitar players, Tony Maiden. Tony Maiden was still there. Tony was there. So it was 2 guitar players. So I had to distinguish what was Tony and what wasn't Tony, because I really didn't want to vex Tony Maiden.
Right.
Yeah.
But I met Andrew in Chicago, and I did the show. Chaka came out. She was on out stage left. She came out stage right. She exited stage right. And that's kind of how it went for about 3 or 4 shows. We never did even say hello.
Yeah.
I waited, and she, when she finally met me, she said, "So you from Cackalack, huh?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." She's like, "Yo, you ain't gonna call me ma'am. No, I married this dude in Cackalack from Cackalack." I said, "Okay." She said, "Yeah, I sent him back to Cackalack too."
Send him back.
Yeah, I sent him on back to Cackalack.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And that was our beginning, and that's how I started with Chaka, and that I did that for about 4 years.
Nice. Well, we have a great video of you in your 4 years.
Oh, okay.
With Chaka Kahn.
Yeah.
Priceless.
Yeah, it's killing that, man.
Who was that?
I don't know.
Who was that?
Priceless.
Yeah, man, you had an all-star. Like, let me tell you this, because we are celebrating you today. Sometimes I look, you guys, that cast of musicians. I watch you guys on YouTube. And you had you mentioned Andrew Goucher.
Yeah,
Javade was part of the.
Javade.
Chris Coleman on drums.
Chris Coleman.
Yeah, and I listened. You guys had some incredible arrangements and everything, man. So I just while I'm chatting with you today, I go to YouTube from time to time and just listen to you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, you had a great cast of musicians there. Anything you want to say about the other musicians while your duration with Chaka?
Well, Andrew, I met Andrew years ago, early 80s, and we've been friends for forever. And he's the consummate guy. He's an ultimate bass player, but he's like a brother. I always end up having, these guys, I have relationships with them. I didn't ever have natural brothers. Yeah. But most of the fellas that I tour with and play with, we're just like brothers, like really. You know, we spend time talking on the phone, sharing what we need to share with each other, help us get through what we're going through. But him and Chris Coleman, oh my Lord, when I saw him, he just kind of like scared me.
Yeah.
He was just so crazy with it. And Javad was a boy wonder. I could, well, man, how are you playing 4 parts at one time?
Yeah. How many keyboards was Javad using? Maybe like 5 or 6?
Oh man, he had a big L of stuff. No, it was a big U of stuff. It was stuff.
Okay.
He only had one way to get in, but he would do that whole show and make it look so effortless.
Easy, yeah. And I noticed too. I follow Javad on Instagram. He does church stuff as well. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. We was all church boys. There was another guy, Charles Streeter. Okay. Charles Streeter was drumming, and there was another drummer, George Johnson. Amazing, all amazing guys.
Nice.
All amazing guys.
Yeah, you guys.
That's my LA fam.
Yeah, and you guys sounded great together, man. I must say so.
Yeah.
You know? Now you also had the pleasure of working with Miss Aaliyah. Rest in peace to her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Look at Dina back behind her. That's cool.
Yeah. Now this is where we want to bring Dina in, because you told us yesterday, and it was new knowledge to me, is that you and your wife Dina met while you guys were working with Aaliyah, correct?
I met Dina before then. Dina.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have misunderstood you.
Donald Lawrence. We got to go. It's all who you know. All
yes, we did.
Donald called me to go do Peabody Bryson.
Okay.
Peabody needed a band, and when I got there, Dina was there. And hey, you here?
So it was with
Bryce around. Okay, she's actually still here.
Okay.
But we met there, and she actually did the play. Dina's kind of like my road dog. We still work a lot together.
Yeah.
There she is.
How you doing, Miss Dina?
Hey, how's everybody?
Hey, good. Yeah.
So tell us.
So you guys met when you were working with Peabody?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood, Eric. I thought it was when he was working with Aaliyah. Okay, when you working with Peabody.
Right.
All right. Give us a little bit of that. Just a little.
Oh no, I'll let him tell the story because he has the best story. Go ahead and tell him. Tell him what you told him yesterday.
How you used to follow me around?
Oh, that story. Let's hear that again.
Yeah.
No, we're actually from the same area. She's from Spartanburg, North Carolina. Okay. I mean, South Carolina. She's from Spartanburg, and I'm down there, man. I'm minding my own business. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, I'm trying not to mess up. You know, number one thing is you guys know the best way you can mess up with a new cast and crew is talking too much. So I wasn't saying too much, and she was nice or whatever. And you don't mess with the girls. You leave the girls alone. You don't bother the girls.
That's true.
This girl comes up to me talking about, you're famous. You remember that?
No.
I don't remember that. Yeah, okay. She's famous. And she started naming, so she like gospel music. She loves gospel music. So she started naming some of that same gospel stuff y'all was talking about. I was like, yeah, I did that. Yeah. Oh, you famous. So, and mostly everybody else lived in Atlanta, and we were at the hotel. You know, we were staying at a hotel, so it was kind of obvious. And what we do? About a month or so of rehearsal there. So we would wash clothes together. We get up and go to breakfast together. You know, we talk and chat. I was still on my game, Jerry.
You still handling your biz?
Yeah, I'm still handling my business. We just eat breakfast. You know, she
gotta eat.
And she like Waffle House. I like Waffle House. You know, and she, you know, at the end of the day, we kind of figured it out.
You figured it out.
We figured it out. I was like, you been checking me out.
And she's quite the vocalist herself.
Oh yeah, she's a great singer. She's
amazing vocalist. Just to backtrack a minute, you know, when I first met you, I was with Brandon, and y'all were doing the Brandon Stevens. Shout out to Brandon. You guys had the experience. I want to say off of Independence somewhere. Is that when y'all were doing it? Yeah, that's when I first met you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, and then that's when I met Eric that night, and I Dina, you were singing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So definitely want to compliment you and have you, have you come on for a little bit and greet everyone, and so they get the chance to see your face as well.
Well, thank you. It's a privilege.
Yes,
This
indeed.
guy is
Thank
pretty
you.
amazing. We're 23 years later.
Yes,
Wow.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Is there anything you like to say in regards to Eric? I know you're busy. You got a busy schedule. We still trying to get that appearance fee taken care of.
Right. No, I just think Eric's a pretty cool dude, and he always says this. His heart is pretty amazing. Even aside from the gift, obviously, people know us, by giftings. But at the end of the day, I think what people are really drawn to is what's on the inside. So he's really an extension of his instrument. You know what I mean?
That's a nice way to put it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So and he means what he does. I've seen Eric stay up all night long to learn an instrument or to, learn a mixing board. And I'm like, who does that? But he's really dedicated to his craft, and so big ups to him.
Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Dina, for joining us for a few moments.
Good. My check's in the mail, right?
It's coming to you.
I got the address.
Yeah. Ken's taking care of it. We appreciate you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this interview. Thank you all. And it's a pleasure to meet you all.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all.
All right. I'm gonna step out now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Now we're beginning to scratch the surface a little bit, huh?
Yeah, Aaliyah. She did Aaliyah with me as well. Every production, she's kind of a part of it.
That's great, man.
That's awesome to have a husband and wife team, being the same artist. Speaking of artists, so you also did some things with Escape. Did you tour?
I did.
You already mentioned Peabody. And we know about Commission.
Look at that. Oh!
Yeah.
Eric, you look like Evan right there.
Wow.
Yeah. John P. Key.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? This Travis Green. How did he come into the scene, Travis Green? Or how'd you,
Travis, we have an event called The Experience, which is a guy thing. Okay. And it was really simple. We really were going to do it. We would just do a music thing. We would get together at a coffee house to try out songs and see if they were cool or not, if people dug them. Just to see, just get a different feedback, but it really turned out to be an event. People didn't have anywhere to go that was kind of wholesome, so they would come out and Travis, then we started inviting artists.
Yeah.
And then, lo and behold, artists would be sitting in the audience and you didn't know that they were there. So Travis was one of those dudes, and we were good for tossing the mic to the next guy. Okay. And we talked to Mike to Travis, and I met Travis through little guitar player Johnny Fung. Johnny worked with Travis, and that's Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, Johnny, I remember Johnny. He's in New York now. Is that correct?
Johnny is in Nashville with banjo,
that's right,
and fiddle.
Yeah, he really looks up to you too, man.
That's my brother. That's one of my guys.
Absolutely, that's awesome.
One of my guys.
That's awesome.
All right.
Yeah. But Travis he's one of my nephews.
That's awesome, man.
And he's got that song Intentional.
Yeah, Intentional. They said the first time Intentional came about was at the Experience, but I don't remember it.
Interesting.
Evan said, "Yeah, man, I was with Travis when we started that."
Okay.
Jury's out.
Yeah, you worked with a lot. You worked with a lot of and toured a lot of great artists, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so Eric. I'm going to name off some artists. You tell us who stands out to you that you really enjoyed working with. You recorded with.
Okay.
You recording. Marvin Sapp, Brian McKnight, Howard Hewitt.
I like them all.
Israel and the New Breed, Fred Hammond, the Clark sisters,
Well, let me go stop it, Fred.
Dennis Coffey.
Okay. Oh, you want to
Dennis Coffey, yeah.
No, wait. James Cleveland.
Oh,
And of course, Peabo. But go ahead.
Okay, Reverend Cleveland.
Yes. Every Sunday.
Mhm.
I love, to me, if I was to actually audibly hear God's voice, I
yeah,
think
it would
he'd
sound
sound
like
like James Cleveland.
Right.
That's what I think God sounds like.
that.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
But he actually, pre-cell phone, he called my house,
Uh-oh.
and it scared me half to death. Because, as a rule, James rolled with drums, bass, piano, and organ.
Mhm.
And he called and he said, I want you to come play a concert with me. And I was like, okay, Reverend Cleveland, that's cool. But I play lead guitar. And he said, yeah, I know what you play.
Mm.
And but I'm I'm from a little holiness church. James used to love to dance. He loved to shout and dance. And I played a sound that he liked. He would dance for 30 minutes. As long as I played, how long as he would dance. And
Wow.
so he called me to do a couple of sessions here in Detroit. And also he had the gospel music workshop. And if I walked through the door, I was on those sessions. So and I loved him. Brian McKnight called me one day. He sent texts and stuff and told me he wrote a song that sounded like Commission and he wanted the authentic. So he sent the track and I played it. But I knew Brian. I met Brian before he was Brian.
Yeah.
He was Claude. He's Claude's little brother from Take Six, and those guys were my friends. Take Six and Commission kind of rolled. We all rolled together, and BB and CC's band, and we had fun. And Brian was the little brother. They rolled around, and it was like, oh, okay, that's the same guy.
Yeah.
And who else? You said something. Dennis Coffey. Well, that's
Man.
Dennis Coffey.
Dennis Coffey. My first thing to him, I went in there and I met him. I stand there. I was about like with Verdine, This guy almost revolutionized Wah-Wah. And a lot of people don't know that Dennis there's Wah-Wah Watson, but Dennis was the first dude.
Oh, okay.
And he's the rhythm guy on all those. Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Wow.
Right.
Psychedelic Shack, Cloud 9. That's Dennis. And I'm like, dude, why are you? Why are you asking me to play?
Yeah.
And he said, because he was doing a smooth jazz work. He said, I heard what you've been playing in this studio, and I want you to play a whole lot of that on my record. And I was like, "Ooh, okay." And I could do it very well, as long as he wasn't sitting there, Shelly.
Yeah, as long as he wasn't
sitting there, my hands would be like.
Yeah, it's like that sometimes.
Yeah, but that was,
I think we have Dennis. Will you bring Dennis up?
No.
He met Ken.
That was so dirty.
Oh boy, Ken.
Well, you've certainly recorded with some of the greats, I'll tell you.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I was just doing the work.
Yeah. Doing God's work.
Yeah.
Speaking of God's work, we spoke about, growing up playing in church and everything, and and I was telling you yesterday, like a lot of my peers and even probably your peers, a lot of people really look up to you, Eric. For your talent, for your mentorship, and things like that. And like I was acknowledging yesterday, you got the coined the phrase "my 2 pennies."
Yes, sir.
And there's many layers to you. But one I wanted to bring out because growing up in church as well myself, that you have a spiritual side that you're not afraid to display and let people know. And one thing that stood out to me, I mentioned yesterday when we were on our sound check, when my outfit Mellow Groove was doing the show with Christopher Williams, and you were playing with Christopher, the musicians who were supporting Christopher that night. We did the sound check, and we waiting on Christopher Williams to get there, whatnot. All the musicians were in the back, and I noticed you were off to yourself reading your Bible.
Wow.
I remember that.
Wow.
I remember that. So that made an impression on me. And it's inspiring because I've never seen that before, man. Just granted, we go to church, we read our Bibles and things like that, but to see you at a show after completing sound check, and we're just kind of waiting for whoever to give us the word that we're ready to perform now. And in your downtime, you're reading your Bible. Was there something that transpired in your life that got you to that point? Or I just wanted you to shed a little bit of information with us in regards to your spirituality.
Well, of course, I believe there's a higher power greater than us.
Yeah,
I definitely believe it's the creator. I call him the Most High. You can call whatever it is, call him whatever you want. I believe he'll answer to most of it. He's not so corny that he's only has one name.
Right.
He can only come in one way.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a big enough God for me. If it's only one, you got only one way to get to this cat. So, because some people they're not gonna find that particular way. They're not gonna find it at the church. They're not gonna find it in your religion. Matter of fact, they probably can't stand your religion just based upon how you treat it.
Mm-hmm.
So the best God that they can see is in you.
Mm-hmm.
Not you. You're not the God. The God in you.
God,
if you understand what I'm saying. So
yeah.
I mean, every day it's just one day. We just have today.
That's it.
Tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday we can do nothing with it. But it's about how I treat Ken today. It's about how I treat Shelly today. It's about how I treat Jerry today. And I got two choices. I either can be the good part of your day, or I could be the part that made your day kind of suck. So I try to, and going through my world, that's how I try to do it. And I believe that there's something that's got to, especially in this season, this pandemic season that we're in. I just actually went to another service today of somebody we lost. It wasn't the COVID, but it just seems like death is like this sudden norm.
Mm-hmm.
It's the sudden norm that gives you this just like chronic sadness, if you would. It's a chronic sadness, a little dark cloud over the earth or whatever. I could just feel, the way I feel about it is, if we're gonna love like God commanded us to love, this is the best time to do it.
Awesome. Wow, that's
how we're doing it. I really won't say how I feel about it right now, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
Well, that's beautifully said, and we have a video we want to go into from here, showing you doing a little, I guess, feature during a praise and worship moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Eric, would you just play it, Eric? Come on, Eric Brice, would you just play? Worship all over the building. We just worship. You hear it, please?
Wow. Great,
Nice.
man.
Yeah.
Great. Hey, man. That's,
Whoa. I've never seen
that's a
that.
lot. Wow. That's a
Yeah,
lot of feeling.
I got goosebumps. We may have to get you situated. Erica, you look frozen on our end. We're gonna figure it out. But we can still hear you. But I listened to that yesterday, man. That gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of feeling coming through. Is he all right?
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm here, but
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
see. Tazz, would it be best? Would he need to sign off and sign back in? We just froze. We gonna get it figured out, but we can still hear you. Let me wait.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait until I get further instruction.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
okay. let's
So-
go to-
You can hear us, right?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So
Okay.
I want to take a step back and talk to you about the fact that you recorded with so many different people, man. I mean, the Howard Hughes, the Brian McKnights, commissions, everybody we talked about. But you also recorded with us, Chairmen of the Board. You know that?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So I want to tell you how, well, you know, we go back to Detroit, and we go back to, we know some of the same, you know, cats in the industry. But when it was time for us to do a record at the general pass, it was time to do another record. And I said, man, the guy for this track is Eric Brice. And and are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, are you there now? So I mean, the guy for that track is Eric Brice, and man, you did what's the track, Midas?
I'm ready, willing, and able.
I'm ready, willing, and able. And I tell you, when people in the industry heard that, they said, "Man, who's the guitar player?" I told them, you know, they said, "Oh man." And I said, "Y'all want to hear more of this kind of stuff?" They said, "Absolutely." So we're gonna do some more stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Love
There
it.
you go.
Ooh,
We got the. Hey, that was before I had the dreads, Eric.
I
That was
remember.
You a ball head.
2013. I had the low Caesar.
But you know, it was an honor to have you on the track, man. And your playing is just, you know, when people they keen into it, and it gives a lot of feeling, you know. And you do so many parts. I mean, you do like 3 parts, and they're all great and they all mesh. So, man, my hats to you.
Yes,
Well, thank you for inviting me to play on it. The next one, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
That's an offer we can't refuse.
Now,
Yeah.
Awesome.
You might have a video.
you know what? And something else. So you play in the studio, and it seems like you like to sit in with different bands too.
Uh-oh.
You see that look on my face?
I see. Yeah. Uh-huh.
It looks like you like to sit in with a lot of different bands, but I think we got something for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Shelly likes this one.
Hey.
Ooh,
Oh,
whoa.
nice, man. Nice.
That's in Shelly's neck of the woods.
Did I see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I see
That's close,
JT
huh?
Ross on the bottom? JT Ross TV
Yes.
on the. That's a dear friend of ours.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
So we want to ask you about your family. I know you have a couple of talented kids there. They seem to be following in the father's footsteps.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I guess I better walk them down. I have Erica.
Okay.
There's Shantia, my stepdaughter, but then there's Erica. She sings as well and
Okay.
preaches.
Right.
Then there's Erica, who's in Dallas, and she's an amazing singer as well. She's doing her own thing as a worship leader, and she works with Fred Hammond sometimes in Dallas when she's there.
Nice.
Then my middle son is Evan, and Evan has done everything. He's from Anthony Hamilton to Usher to JoJo, SWV. I can't call all that cat's credits, but he's getting down. He's a keyboardist, producer.
Yeah.
And I can't say much. I can't say nothing bad about him. And then you guys saw Asia earlier. He plays. He loves drums. He's learning bass. And but he plays football, and he's so locked into that, all the music stuff is taking us back seat for right now.
Oh, good. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have something else great in common. Both honored by our number 44 president, our great president, former president, Barack Obama. And the way I'll tell you our story first, Verdine got a phone call, and on the other end, they said, "Hello, Verdine White," and he said, "Yes, it is." And they said, "I'm calling from the White House. We want you to come and before she could get it out, he said, "Hi," and hung the phone up. Click. He said, "These scam callers, they're killing me." And so all of a sudden the phone rang again, and he picked the phone. He said, "Hello," and she said, "Verdine, do not hang up. This is Desiree Rogers from the White House, and we want Earth, Wind, and Fire to come perform." It was the governor's ball, the very first performance of his of his inauguration, and he before he could pick his jaw up off the ground, he said, "Well, okay." She said, "I got your number from a mutual friend, and we're not going to tell Barack that it's you guys, because he said if we ever give a party or something here, I want Earth, Wind, and Fire." So she said, "We're going to trick him and say you guys are not available," which they did. And so you can imagine when they showed up, he was elated. He was singing through the halls and everything. But you also have an Obama story, and we wanted to hear how you were honored by him with the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Well,
there it is. There it is.
That's awesome, man.
Well,
nice. Congrats.
I was actually nominated. Me and my wife were nominated for some of the work we do through the experience by one of our friends. And I don't have to ask Dina the other lady's name, but the lady that you do know is Janice Barnett.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Janice
nominated us for that award. Dina, what's the other lady's? She's trying to think of the other lady's name who worked for the Obama administration. But we actually went down to Atlanta, and it was this whole. He didn't show up, but it was this whole to do. Yeah. I got a pen, all that stuff.
That's great, man.
Especially when they just showed the certificate, but she's talking from the other room.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, help me.
Yeah, and then pretty deep.
That was beautiful. That was really quite an honor. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, that's perfect for you, man. Your life has been perfect. So, you want to do some questions and answers?
Yeah. As they say at church, now we're down to the part of the program where everybody can participate.
Okay.
Who wants to know, did you ever play in the Birdcage?
In Charlotte.
I know Milton. Hey, Milton. Milton, I wasn't old enough to play in the Birdcage. I remember the Birdcage. I remember my uncles and aunts and my mom and dad, they would go to the Birdcage, but before it was I remember actually it was right there on Freedom and Moorhead, right? Yeah. I didn't ever play there. I was too young. There he is.
Oh, we got Milton Crow again. Hello from Milton Crow in Charlotte, North Carolina. Tell Mr. Brice he still owes me some money. Just kidding. Great musical family. I did a lot of traveling with his son and Anthony Hamilton, almost as much as with the chairman. Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
We like Milton Crow. We love all the Crows.
Yes.
Yeah. Great
family, man.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen at home, if you have questions, we urge you to type them up and get them to us now. Ms. Debbie McFadder, chairwoman of the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame, says, hello, everyone. Great show tonight. Thank you so much.
And let me say this right quick. Speaking of Debbie McFadder, she's the head of the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame, like Midas said. But Donald Lawrence is inducted this year into the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
I saw that.
Okay.
I saw that.
Saw that?
My brother. He's one of ours.
Nice.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Miss Tassie Hawthorne says, beautiful wife.
Thank you.
Yeah. We got Mr. Rodney Shelton was on this tonight. He said hello to everybody.
Rodney.
Okay.
And Miss Ellie Warren over in the UK.
Nice.
Wow.
Questions, guys? Charles, you don't have any questions tonight?
Yeah, I'm from Charles.
He just said when I went to McGraw Elementary down the street from Soul Expression.
You remember that?
Yeah. I get a warm place in the middle of my chest when you talk like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my old neighborhood.
It's Vivian Agers. She's a preacher here in our area, Rock Hill. She says this story lets you know that you have to be in the right place in order to be positioned to move forward. Great realistic testimonies. God bless you all. We appreciate you, Miss Vivian Agers. She supports us so faithfully. Miss Tassie Hawthorne says, how do you feel about music today and the use of bands nowadays?
Oh, I like it. I think that the young people are talented, and I think if you just wait a minute, you're going to see them start writing songs that's going to reflect the climate that we're in. Every season has a soundtrack.
Right.
You're going, I'm getting excited for the Bob Dylans of the world and the last poets of the world, the new ones that's coming, the new Gil Scott Herons that's going to preach, the street preachers,
absolutely,
the Curtis Mayfields of the world. These kids have a lot to say, and like I said, they're crazy talented. So I like it.
Great. Miss Hattie Rogers saying, did you? Oh, I'm double clicking. Did you perform with Johnny Guitar Watson?
No. But I like Johnny Guitar, but no. I didn't perform with him.
Yeah. I got a question for you, Eric, while we combing through. What's your approach as far as a session recording? Like if someone just gives you the track and say, here, I want some guitar on it. Like what's your thought process as far as approaching it and what you want to put on it?
Well, most times I feel like less is more. I try to leave, because now you kind of taking. We don't for you guys were there at the studio, so I was able to glean off of what you wanted. But when you send a track to me, when I'm here in my studio now, so you can kind of see all the stuff. You're leaving me to be the producer as well. But it's kind of like those pictures over there. If I add about 30 more pictures over there, you won't see the blue wall.
That's true.
I want you to see the blue wall. That's my little Motown wall.
Nice.
The color of the blue. But I look at music the same way. If I add too much, it'll be too dense. So I try to play stuff. Maybe my chords gonna be 2 or 3 notes. Maybe it's very rare that I'm gonna do a 5 or 6 note chord.
Okay, so simple.
So I can make room for the next guy, not get in the vocalist's way, not get on the piano player's nerves, and try to create a nice sound.
Yeah,
nice. Okay,
so we got any more questions? Is that it?
Let me see. I think so. I believe so.
So Eric, where can we find you? Where can people find you on social media?
Well, yeah, I have the Eric Brice page, and then I have the Eric Brice 2 page, and then I have the Eric Brice group. These are all Facebook. I have the Eric Brice group page.
You got an Instagram?
Yeah, I have the Eric Brice group Instagram page.
Okay.
And things that I'm tied to, the experience, the ministry that we deal with, we have a page, as well as the venue, the living room. All of them get you to me. Every last one of them.
Nice.
I'm not hard. Just go outside and holler. Somebody around your neighborhood will know me, and they'll say, "Okay, I get them for you."
With a tin can and a string.
Well, I just want to say thank you all for even considering me to at least tell a little bit of my story.
Absolutely, man.
Cool.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
What a great story it is.
Yeah, it's a great story.
It's a celebration.
That's right. That's right.
Celebration.
Well, we want to remind everyone about our show next week, in which case we are going to have phenomenal Broadway star, singer, actress, voiceover, Tony Award winner, 4-time Grammy nominated, Lifetime Achievement Award, the fabulous Miss Melba Moore.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll
find out she needs a guitar player.
Yeah, we good. Hey, listen, we my vision is a lot of collaborations coming from this platform. Whether it happens remains to be seen, but I don't see why it couldn't happen.
That's right.
Yeah. We're building relationships, and we got vocalists, producers, musicians. I see some collaborations happening in the near future.
I love Melba Moore. Y'all tell her I said so.
Oh, we definitely will.
Do that.
We're also going to have a celebrity host next week. So you'll want to tune in for that. He'll be a guest. And we're going to announce right now to make sure that you guys tune in to click on celebrity shout outs.
Yes.
And make sure you get a shout out from us. There's the link right there. We'll shout out birthdays, any holiday, bar mitzvahs, anniversaries.
All of that.
Yeah.
If you want to hook up with someone, we'll do that. If you want to dump someone, we'll do that.
Those are special packages.
There it is. And we're a package deal also. You can have all three of us. But right now, here's a word from our sponsor, Celebrity Shoutouts.
Yes.
There it is.
Hey everybody, this is Verdine White of Earth, Wind and Fire.
Hey everybody, it's Shelly Clark, formerly of the Ikettes and original member of the Honeycomb.
Hi everyone, Ken Knox here from Chairmen of the Board.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Midas Hardison here representing the Chairmen of the Board as well as the executives.
We're the hosts of That's My Story.
We are proud to be part of Celebrity Shoutout.
Whether you need birthdays, anniversaries, a special occasion, or you want us to shout out to a friend, contact Celebrity Shoutouts.
Yeah, do that. And Mr. Brice, if you would like to be a part of that, you're more than welcome.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes, I always extend the invite to our guests weekly. If they'd like to be a part of it, you're more than welcome.
Absolutely.
We'll let you marinate on it, and you can let us know after we sign off. Were you gonna say something, Ken? I'm sorry.
Yeah, parting words for me.
Sure.
Hey man, I'm very proud of you. You are a phenomenal player, phenomenal person, and I did have the experience of coming to one of your can't call it a service, but the experience over that you had.
Yep, the experience.
Yes, it was awesome, and hey, I've got to come back again, man. I got to come to the living room now.
Yeah, yes indeed. In the meantime, we want to thank everyone at home for your faithful devotion week after week, supporting us. You guys have helped us reach our 19th episode. This platform was birthed out of quarantine, the pandemic, and we just put our minds together. We're creative, and we came up with an idea just to stay in contact with our friends. We don't like to say fans, we like to say friends. And thank you guys so much for your support. We want to encourage you again to like our Facebook page, the Chairman of the Board. Also go over to YouTube, the official Chairman of the Board page. We do definitely like and subscribe to that so you know when we have new content coming out. We're now on Instagram under @That'sMyStoryShow. You can also find us on Twitter @SMyStoryThat. And I think that's everything as far as the links and of course celebrity shout outs. Definitely see us there.
We want to thank we have had an overwhelming response on celebrity shout outs, and we thank you guys for that.
Yeah, we just created that Facebook page. I think we over 200 to 300 likes already in just a couple of days. And and as Shelly aforementioned, we have a special guest host next week. I'll go ahead and let you guys know I won't be here next week. I'm doing something for the city of Rock Hill, a taping with my outfit Mellow Groove to be viewed at a later date for the fall festival, since everything is being done in a virtual manner. But the show is still going to be great, and you guys still come on in and do your normal thing.
There it is.
Also, before we sign off, we doing all our PSAs. We got to get them out the way. We know that voting season is right around the corner.
Amen.
And we want to definitely encourage our fan base to, get out and let your voice be heard. This is an opportunity for you to create change in your own situation, your own community, and it starts at home. Then we all work together. It spreads from your home to your community to your state, then to the nation, then to the world. So we definitely want to encourage you guys to get out and vote. And in the meantime, as far as still being under the guidelines of the pandemic and everything, we want to encourage you to stay safe. Still make sure you're washing your hands and using your sanitizer. Wear your mask in public places, and try to keep your gatherings limited to outdoors.
Don't go nowhere.
Don't be going a whole lot of places.
Don't be going a whole lot of places.
Don't be going a whole lot of places, man. Eric, we thank you so much, man. Once again, this has been an honor and a pleasure. Like I said, our paths have crossed a couple of times briefly prior to, but it was definitely a great chat. A great time to have a chat with you today, man. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you.
Is your mic muted, Eric? No.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. It's been great, man. This is awesome. I really thank you.
All right, man.
This is great.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well,
I'm going to sign up.
Yeah, well, Eric, you stay on the line. Stay on the line, and any closing words from my co-hosts.
Yeah, just copying what you said, Midas. Everybody get out there and vote. We appreciate everybody tuning in. I can't believe we're on episode, what is this, 19? We love and support all of you guys, and thank you for your love too.
Yes, indeed. Yeah,
what about you, Ken?
I want to go back. I'm a musician guy.
Yeah.
Kern Brantley for taking the time to come on your show.
Yes.
Your episode. That like you said, he's done a lot. He's still doing stuff, and we thank him for coming on with us for you.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah. And once again, thank you to Miss Tazz Cole behind the scenes, producing such a lovely show, producing such lovely commercials. Thank you again to Miss Teresa Anderson for our lovely wine glasses. Like I said, folks, y'all stay tuned, and as soon as we get those, as far as in stock and everything, we'll let you know. So you got to follow the pages in order to get that information.
Oh, one more thing. September 20th, Selma, North Carolina, the Beach Music Festival.
Okay, North Carolina. The chairman of the board will be there. That's on a Sunday, correct, Ken?
Yeah, Sunday, but also everything will be in place. Being safe, you know.
Yeah.
Is that your virtual concert?
No, this one actually will be live.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one. Yeah. And there'll be bands there all day, I think, beginning at
Yeah.
12:31. We played last, I believe, 5:30 to 6:30 out in Selma, North Carolina.
Okay.
That's
Selma, North Carolina. Never
Selma.
heard.
Yeah, yeah.
That's in the
Man,
cut.
yes, it is. It's a nice little place. They call it the Farm, right?
Yeah, it's called the
Yeah,
Farm.
good stuff.
Cool
Okay.
little place.
Okay.
Cool little place. All right, Eric, any closing words?
Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and plug these couple of things. The 18th
Sure.
and the 19th. The Eric Brice group is at Middle C. We'll be at
Middle C.
Middle C on the 18th and the 19th. If you're not doing anything, come out for that. Then the following week, I'm going to hang out with Rodney Shelton and Michelle.
Yeah, those are good
At
friends.
the same spot in Middle C. So, yeah, I get to play a lot of guitar this month. Those are the only places I'm going, Shelton.
Okay.
And I'm staying here in the house.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. All right. Well, Eric, stay on the line, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen at home, we thank you so much. As usual, you know, as the Bible says, if I had 10,000 tongues, I still couldn't thank you enough. So we thank y'all for y'all support week in, week out. We encourage you guys to be safe. Voting season is approaching. Go over and make sure you like, subscribe, and share all of our pages. We'll see you next week. God bless you all. Love, peace, good night.
All right.
Good night.